Let's talk about the power of no. Section 1. The silent killer of your goals. We're taught that saying yes is polite, helpful, even admirable. So we say yes to extra work, last-minute favors, weekend plans we're not excited about, and endless notifications pulling us in a dozen directions. It becomes automatic, a reflex, a habit. But here's the cost nobody talks about. Every meaningless yes is a silent no to your own goals. That 30-minute favor, that's 30 minutes you didn't spend on your dream project. That extra meeting? Time you didn't invest in your health, your relationships, your peace of mind. And over time, those small trade-offs add up. You don't just lose hours, you lose clarity, momentum, and yourself. Psychologically, it wears on you. You start to feel stretched thin, behind on everything, and oddly resentful, even when you can't explain why. That quiet bitterness, it's your subconscious realizing you've become a supporting character in other people's stories. Here's the kicker. A Harvard Business Review study found that over 40% of top-performing executives say their biggest success factor is ruthless prioritization, knowing what to say no to. Because productivity isn't just about doing more. It's about protecting your time from the 1,000 little things that don't matter, so you can give your best to the few that do. Saying yes to everything might make you busy, but it will never make you successful. Section 2. The no mindset shift that changes everything. Most of us see no as rejection, as cold, rigid, even rude. But what if you saw it as a gift, not just to yourself, but to your future? Because here's the truth. Saying no to distractions is saying yes to clarity. Saying no to people-pleasing is saying yes to authenticity. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what drives you. It's not a wall, it's a filter. And without it, everything gets in. Noise, pressure, guilt, clutter. No wonder we feel overwhelmed. There's a quote I come back to often. Every no is a louder yes to what matters. That's not just poetic, it's practical. Think of your time like a bank account. Every yes is a withdrawal. Some are worth it. They pay dividends. But most, they're impulse purchases, made to avoid awkwardness or disappointment. Now ask yourself, how much do you have left to spend? When you say no with intention, you're not being selfish. You're being strategic. You're protecting the space where your real work, peace, and purpose live. You're designing a life that isn't reactive. It's intentional. And the people who matter most? They'll respect your clarity, not resent it. The shift begins when you stop seeing no as a rejection of others and start seeing it as a commitment to yourself. How to say no without feeling like a jerk. Knowing you should say no is one thing, but actually saying it? That's where most people freeze. The fear of sounding rude, disappointing someone, or burning a bridge makes us cave, even when we know we don't have the bandwidth. So here's the good news. You can be kind and still be clear. Start by thinking of no as a skill with levels, not a one-size-fits-all answer. 1. Soft, no, let me check and get back to you. This buys you time and gives you space to respond intentionally instead of reacting emotionally. 2. Assertive no. Thanks for thinking of me, but I'm fully booked. This is polite, direct, and still respectful. You're not rejecting the person, just the request. 3. Strategic no. That doesn't align with my priorities right now. This one's powerful. It signals that you have direction, and you're protecting it. Pro tip. Your tone and body language matter just as much as your words. Make eye contact. Keep your voice calm. Smile if it feels natural. Confidence doesn't have to be cold, and boundaries don't need to come with walls. What about when it's your boss? Try this. I want to give this the attention it deserves, but I'd be stretched too thin right now. Can we revisit it later or find another solution? Respect plus clarity equals trust. Section 4. The ROI of saying no. Real-life results. Let's talk about what happens after you start saying no. A few years ago, I was drowning in side projects, last-minute favors, and back-to-back calls, all in the name of being helpful and available. I was working 10-plus-hour days and still falling behind on the things that actually mattered. Then I made one small shift. I started saying no. At first, it felt uncomfortable, like I was letting people down. But within a few weeks, something changed. I had more time, not just to work, but to breathe. I had better focus, fewer tabs open in my brain. I felt less stress, more peace. And most importantly, I finally made real progress on the projects that lit me up, not just the ones that popped into my inbox. Imagine your life like a timeline. Before no, chaos, overwhelm, scattered progress. After no, simplicity, focus, results that actually move the needle. Saying no isn't just a mindset, it's a multiplier. Section 5. Reprogramming your default response. Saying no gets easier, yeah, but only if you practice. And the first step? Rewiring your default response from reactive to intentional. Here's a simple routine you could start today. The 3-second pause. Before saying yes to anything, pause. Just for 3 seconds. In that space, ask yourself, does this serve my goals? If the answer isn't a clear yes, it's probably a no in disguise. Reflect to reclaim. Try this journal prompt tonight. What am I saying yes to that's hurting me? You'll be surprised how much noise you've been tolerating without even noticing. Make your no list. Each month, write down 3 things you're not doing. No social events after 9 p.m. No unpaid work. No guilt-based yeses. This isn't about being rigid, it's about being respected. And remember, you are not obligated to be constantly available. Your energy isn't unlimited, your time isn't free. You get to protect both. With every intentional no, you're not just avoiding burnout, you're becoming the kind of person who honors their life on purpose. Section 6. High-impact takeaway moments. Think of no like a muscle. At first it's weak, shaky. It might even hurt to use. But the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. And the more powerful your life gets. You don't owe your time to everyone who asks. You don't need to explain every boundary or soften every decline. Because here's the truth most people miss. Your future depends more on what you say no to than what you say yes to. Yes builds momentum, but no creates direction. Let this quote sit with you. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Every time you say no to distractions, obligations, and guilt, you reclaim a piece of yourself. So here's your challenge. Say no once today to something that drains you and see what happens. You'll be shocked how powerful it feels. Your energy is sacred. Your time is limited. And your goals? They deserve 1,000 no's. So you can finally say yes to the life you were meant to build. Hit like and subscribe if you want more videos like these. See you in the next video.